Good afternoon, everybody. Let's get right to your headlines. It is Wednesday afternoon. A new Emerson polls show how people feel about President Donald Trump's first 100 days of his second term. We'll bring you those numbers. Plus, 14 books under review at the Fairhope Public Library. And Daphne police telling us who was shot last night at an apartment complex. Let's begin News 5 now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you for News 5 Now. We just wrapped up WKRG News 5 at noon. A lot of news stories out there, a lot happening here along the Gulf Coast. Let's go ahead and get right to our big stories this afternoon. Number 5, a new Emerson College poll shows how people feel about President Donald Trump in the first 100 days of his second term. You're looking at the poll right there. 49% say he's making the economy worse. 29% say he's making it better, and 23% say it has no effect or it's too soon to tell. Overall, 37% approve of how President Trump is handling the economy, while 49% disapprove. The latest survey was taken April 25th to 28th from a sample of active registered voters. Number 4, Alabama suing TikTok and its Chinese parent company. Attorney General Steve Marshall announced the lawsuit yesterday. The filing claims the social media platform is exploiting children by making them addicted to harmful content and lying about the safety of its platform. In the lawsuit, officials say the app's algorithm is engineered to keep children in a mindless scroll and exposes them to content that promotes depression, eating disorders, self-harm, and drug use. Number 3, 14 books are currently under review by the Fairhope Public Library. This comes after the Alabama Public Library Service has temporarily withheld the library's funding due to findings of explicit content in the teen section. Supporters and opponents of the Fairhope Library packed last night's City Council meeting, voicing their views about the availability of these books. When all the books are reviewed, the public library system will determine whether or not the library's choices are up to state code. Number 2, deputies in Escambia County, Florida are looking for a man they believe stole a trailer. They're looking for the suspect around Sofley Field Road and East Fence Street. Officials say the search started after 2 suspects took off from a Tom Thumb gas station when a man who knew the owner of the trailer confronted him. The trailer was found. 1 suspect was arrested. The other suspect, who was driving the trailer, ran away from the scene. And number 1, Daphne police have identified the 2 men shot at Audubon Park Apartments. They say 20-year-old Damon Walker and 18-year-old Matthew Barnes were shot in the head and neck inside a minivan at the complex last night. First responders rushed them to the hospital. They are in critical condition this afternoon. They are still looking for the suspected gunman. And that is a look at your big stories at this hour on this Wednesday afternoon. All right, well, we are getting close to summer here along the Gulf Coast, so this question of the day is one that every single parent watching can relate to. It is this: how do you keep your kids busy during the summer? How do you keep your kids busy during the summer? And that is a tough one. I mean, every single parent starts mapping out weeks, figuring out what they're going to do. And so we ask that you give us your suggestions of how to do that, and maybe you could help some other parents out there as well who are looking ahead to the summer going, how am I going to fill those hours? All right. Bobby says maintaining the house and yard, taking them shopping, swimming, and to the park. Picking peas, pulling nut grass, cutting grass, power washing, bring me beer, Chris says. So he's putting them to work. Swimming lessons and gymnastics, Faye, summer camp. Take them to pick up trash. I love that. Beautify the area. Cleaning. Love that. Taking them to the hunting camp. Vacation Bible school, summer camps and state parks. Swim team. First thing in the morning every day. You know, I agree with that. My kids did swim team, and it gets them up and gets them moving. It's just a great way to get exercise and start the day. And they become such stronger swimmers. Even though my kids, or specifically my daughter, didn't aspire to be, an Olympic swimmer, we saw a night and day difference in her when we did swim team. So I think that's a great idea, especially with all the water that we are blessed to be around here on the Gulf Coast. Get outside, Susie says. That's right. Get them off those electronics, which is a challenge. Work in a garden or a job. Chores around the house, cutting grass. Clean the house, mow the grass. Got to earn their keep. Let's see. During the summer, Sharon says her kids are helping with yard work, mowing the lawn, watering the plants, housework, vacuuming, sweeping and mopping the floors, cleaning the bathrooms, and then they can go play with their friends. So she's got her chore chart out. They've got to do these things, and then they can go play with their friends. And I love that because I have not done a very good job with that with my kids. But I totally agree. They have to have their chores, and then they can have fun. And I swear, by the time they finish complaining about chores, they could have been done already. So start them young, and it will help them when they're an adult to keep a nice, tidy house. Okay, now how about our poll of the day? And this one has to do with movies, all right? Do you prefer streaming movies or watching them in the theater? Streaming, not a movie fan at all, or movie theater? So go ahead and participate in our poll of the day and let us know what you think. Do you want to stream your movies? You're not a movie fan, or the movie theater. So if you want to participate in that poll, you can do it till 5:30 this evening. We will announce the results on News 5 Now at 5:30. And so you can vote in our poll of the day on our WKRG Facebook page or WKRG.com. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me for News 5 Now. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you tonight for WKRG News 5 at 5.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.